¿Qué tal? Ahora sí estamos aquí en esta sala comenzando con estos casos. Bienvenidos. Le damos la bienvenida a Tricia y a Len, que nos van a compartir la evolución de la inteligencia artificial en aprendizaje y desarrollo, una visión desde las trincheras. Esta presentación será en inglés y en el idioma que les sea más. Vamos a agradecer a Ability, nuestro sponsor plata, por apoyar este foro un año más. Bienvenidos a Len y Tricia.
Bienvenidos a todos, gracias. Le voy a pedir a Trisha si puede empezar a compartir la pantalla. ¿Me escuchan todos bien?
Perfectamente.
I'll ask Trisha if she can start sharing the presentation.
I'll check whether she's in the backstage. 1 minute, please. Thank you.
Ahí se está sumando Trisha para la presentación.
Trisha, if you can share your screen, please, your slide presentation,
Yes.
so I can.
Yes. Hello. Give me 1 second and we'll make sure that you can see and hear everything. Is everyone hearing and seeing me okay? All right. How is this? Are you seeing the screen?
Yes, thank you very much. Bueno, buenos días a todos. La verdad es que es un honor y un placer para mí estar nuevamente en Fiat, exponer nuevamente en Fiat, esta vez para hablarles y sobre todo para mostrarles cómo Ability está utilizando la inteligencia artificial para potenciar los programas de desarrollo de líderes de sus clientes alrededor del mundo. Si bien yo soy, if you can pass the slide, Trisha, si bien yo soy peruano y me estoy conectando de Buenos Aires, Argentina, donde vivo, mi lengua madre obviamente es el español. La presentación de hoy será en inglés. Ability es una empresa basada en los Estados Unidos con clientes alrededor de todo el mundo y en el último año nos hemos embarcado en un esfuerzo importante de traducción de nuestras capacitaciones en muchos idiomas, incluido el español, dada la importancia del mercado iberoamericano para nosotros. Pero todavía parte de nuestro material más reciente está en inglés. Espero que eso no sea un problema. So I'll switch to English now and I'll ask Cecilia to translate me. Again, hello, my name is Alan Falcon and I am one of Ability's principal facilitators from around the world. Joining me is Trisha Burke. Trisha is Regional Director of Ability. Trisha, if you can pass the slide. So, I think we are all familiar with working personalities like the ones we are about to see. I'll ask Trisha to start a video, and I'll ask you to start and to pay close attention to one of the characters that will be on the video, and her name is Tamika, as Trisha will be having an interesting conversation with her in just a few minutes. Trisha, whenever you're ready.
Great. And thumbs up or thumbs down if you do not hear. Okay.
There's nothing I like more than being in the room with my coworkers, brainstorming a problem and feeling those creative juices kicking in.
I intend to be an important person in this company. And the only way that's going to happen is if all the higher ups see all the good work I'm doing.
I haven't been here as long as the others, and I tend to keep to myself, professionally speaking.
The only thing I have control over is the quality of my work. So that's what I focus on.
I've already forgotten more about how this company does business than most of my colleagues will ever know.
I just wanted to make sure that I found a situation that was right for me, not just any old job.
I don't know. It's sense of humor and dreamy corporate logo. Look, I get paid for doing the kind of work that I like. Does it need to be more?
I just showed up one day and nobody had the good sense to send me packing.
Well, I'm just re-entering the workforce. And it's really great to work for a company that gives people a chance.
Well, what I like about the company is it's so dynamic. Like I was talking to someone the other day and she went from associate to manager in 15 months.
What do I like about this place? Well, this isn't going to be the typical answer, but I like the routine of it. There's a lot to be said about the structure of a workplace, the hours, the team, everything.
Really, I'm just happy to be here.
I feel like I'm in such a great team environment. Everything we do is collaborative. I couldn't imagine a better group of people to work with.
I think the correct.
We can stop it there, Teresa. Thank you very much. So I think we're all thinking of someone we work with, right? And so did the senior leaders at Garmin. Please, Tricia, if you can show the next slide. If you like life outdoors, you've probably heard about Garmin. Garmin is a publicly traded company with over 14,000 employees around the world. And yes, many of their employees have similar challenging personalities like those you've just seen, and we recognize from our own workplaces. When gaps in the people management skills of their leaders started to affect Garmin's growth, they developed a leadership academy built upon pillars like communication skills, giving feedback, coaching, delegation, and so forth. But they wanted their programs to be really engaging and the learnings to be sticky, to stick on their participants. Please, next slide, Tricia. So they moved away from traditional learning programs like the ones they used to deliver, and they turned to Ability. Ability is a world leader in experiential learning programs and solutions. And now I pass it on to you, Tricia.
Wonderful. Thank you, Alan. And buen día a todos. Our philosophy here at Ability is that athletes practice, pilots practice, and with AI-enabled business simulations, now our managers and our senior leaders can practice too, right? So we here at Ability, we're delivering experiential leadership development programs and business simulations to rising leaders and executives all around the world, with headquarters in Austin, Texas, as Alan mentioned earlier. And our team-based programs, we are helping leaders build 3 core areas. So here you see on the screen, we're building business and financial acumen, people management, and cross-functional leadership. Also, like Alan said, we don't really learn to ride a bike in the classroom, right? So we have to ask, why do we train our employees this way? Most of us learn skills by doing, by practicing, by falling down and learning from our mistakes, and then by immediately applying what we've learned. This is why a 2001 study in the Journal of Applied Psychology found that 75% of participants that underwent experiential learning demonstrated greater retention of knowledge and skills compared to 20 to 30% of participants that underwent traditional learning models. And this is why our business simulations are transforming over 100,000 learners in over 50 different countries at companies like Garmin, Dell Technologies, Holcomb, Coca-Cola, and many others. Now, our programs create a space for managers at companies like Dell and Holcomb, which are companies that our facilitators like Alan get to work with, where they get to learn, reflect, practice, and apply concepts. So participants get to compete in multiple teams, and our facilitators really bring the simulations to life by guiding them through each round of gameplay with moments of reflection and discussion. We're asking our participants and our managers, what did you really learn from that experience? How would you approach that situation differently, and why? Most importantly, we're tying our learning back to their roles at work and back to the industry that they are in. So going back to the video that you saw at the top, right? Management challenge. Those were those were actual employees that we show in our management challenge simulation, which has been used by over 20,000 learners to improve critical people management skills. And this simulation gets to the human element of being a leader, a people manager. We're practicing how to provide effective feedback and coaching, how to set clear expectations, how to engage employee motivators, and how to be present, right? Oh. And in Management Challenge, we're giving participants realistic scenarios based on common manager challenges, like how to navigate difficult conversations with an employee. And with our newest management challenge that has AI, participants can chat with an AI employee to practice those difficult conversations with an employee. And we're going to take a live look at what that looks like in just a minute here. So this is the part where it starts to get a little exciting. If it wasn't exciting earlier, it'll get a little bit more exciting now. We tested a lot of different AI models, and we partnered with the gold standard ChatGPT-4. All right, and we discovered how these large language models can enhance leadership training by providing the user with personalized insights and feedback. So imagine an AI-powered coach that observes your conversation with a direct report. Whether you're speaking with a colleague or a stakeholder, whether you're in a boardroom or in the office, the AI can analyze your communication style, your decision-making processes, and then it offers immediate feedback for areas of improvement. I'd like for us to pause and consider how long it took for platforms today to reach more than 100 million users. It took cell phones 16 years, Twitter 5 years, WhatsApp 3.5 years, Facebook 4.5 years, compared to ChatGPT, which only took 2 months. I think this shows us how quickly users are adapting to AI, and we're seeing how AI has the potential to revolutionize the way we practice as managers to become better people leaders, better directors, and better senior level leaders. All right, so here's where we're actually going to jump into an actual demonstration of what the AI could potentially look like. I am going to log in. Are you still, Alan, are you seeing my Tamika screen? Go to meeting. Okay, great.
Yes, I am.
What I'm going to do is give you all a live look into what it looks like to practice with an AI persona. In our AI case challenge portal, we have multiple cases where participants get to practice different scenarios, how to tap into motivators, how to provide feedback and coaching, how to influence. I'm going to go into a conversation with one of my employees. AI Tamika is one of the employees that you all saw in the video earlier. Tamika is one of our top performers. She's well admired by many of her employees, and we are going to give her a performance review. In the performance review, we know that all of her competencies exceed expectations, but she needs a little attention she needs to improve her attention to detail, right? But the objective is to promote Tamika to manager. So we're going to jump in and we're going to have a conversation with the AI.
Hello, how are you doing today? I appreciate you inviting me to this meeting.
Did you hear that, Alan? Did Tamika come through?
Yes.
Excellent. I'm going to say, hi, Tamika. How did the project with the team last week go?
It went really well. We encountered some challenges, but we navigated through them together. The team synergy was really something to behold.
That's awesome. What would you have done differently? And the great thing about the AI is that it's not case sensitive or spelling sensitive, so it's very intuitive.
Looking back, I think we could have benefited from a more detailed project timeline. It would have helped us anticipate some of the challenges we faced. But overall, I'm proud of how we handled things.
I'm proud of how you handled things also. We think you have great potential of becoming a manager. What do you think about that? She's thinking about it.
Wow, I'm honored you see that potential in me. It's a significant responsibility. I've always seen myself more in a collaborative role. Do you think the team dynamics might change with such a shift?
I don't think so. But what are you most afraid of? You'd be great.
Thank you for your confidence in me. I'm just worried about losing that close connection I share with my teammates if I move into a managerial role. I value our camaraderie a lot. Being a manager, do you ever feel distance from the team?
All right, this is where I want you all to really understand where this conversation is going. As a participant, you can engage in a conversation. The AI is analyzing how you communicate. It's analyzing your thought processes and how you are reaching the objective in the conversation. The most important part of this conversation, and I want you all to be aware that we have learned how to prompt engineer. We've actually put the guardrails up where the AI, this Tamika, is not actually going to accept the promotion in the end. So she's going to show some gentle, firm resistance. She's going to show some concerns. So how are you going to navigate this conversation? The most important piece of this experience is the analyze feature. AI will now analyze your conversation on a scale of 10 and provide us with real-time feedback. How did I do as a manager? What could I have improved on? And where did I score? Well, I scored a 6 out of 10. And the summary is telling me that I showed some understanding. I addressed her concerns, but not in a way that fully demonstrated empathy or offered alternative solutions. So the AI is telling me how to improve as a manager. I should identify my employees' motivators. Why is she concerned? And let's talk about that. Did we address any of the areas that she, did I come off dismissive to what she is trying to tell me about her concerns? Did we discuss some alternatives? If it's not a manager, what are some alternatives so that we can reach a common agreement? So this is where AI could really make a change in how we learn and how we practice having conversations with our employees. So from here, I'm going to jump right over to back to Garmin. This is a great example of an organization that needed to bridge a gap in people management skills across rising leaders and executives to accelerate their company growth, like Alan mentioned earlier. Two of their main challenges were, one, managers came from various business units and they needed to create a cohesive, inclusive learning experience. And two, their existing simulation was outdated. They had low participation, right? So as a solution, we integrated the AI-enabled management challenge simulation in their larger GLA program to boost engagement and prepare their leaders for success in the real world. During the simulations, participants applied coaching methodologies. They discussed real-time impacts and made and it was quite the success. And by integrating management challenge in the program, they were able to look at some of the success metrics. So some of those success metrics included endorsements, or maybe even high enrollment rates or promotional rates, or post-program surveys, feedback from participants. So as you can see, participants were able to provide us with real-time feedback to really help boost their GLA program. All right, Alan, over to you.
Thank you, Teresa. I'm always surprised to see those AI characters. They are so well trained. I've tested them myself and I even asked questions that are completely out of the main subject of the conversation, and they always react surprisingly well. You can
ask them how's the weather outside too, you know?
Oh, yeah, they would answer. Yeah. Thank you, Teresa. Today we talked mostly about Management Challenge and the AI-enabled characters in Management Challenge. But Management Challenge is only one of several simulation-based experiential learning programs offered by Ability. Among those we offer, for example, we have the Finance/Business Challenge, targeted mostly towards developing business acumen and financial literacy for non-financial managers. We also have the Enterprise Challenge to train communication, decision-making skills, teamworking skills. And last but not least, we have recently launched the Influence Challenge to explore the world of influence and negotiations. We offer these both as in-company programs to almost tailor-made to companies' needs, both in person and remotely. And we also offer those in open enrollment programs. Teresa, back to you to talk about our open enrollment programs.
Yeah, absolutely. As a participant or as an attendee in today's session, I'd like to make you all aware that you have 30% off to nominate any of your high potentials or even for yourself to join us in any of our open enrollment programs. Our 12-week MBA is a very comprehensive, robust program that looks at building business and financial acumen, people management skills, and cross-functional leadership. We've taken a 2-year Harvard MBA program and condensed it down to 12 weeks for leaders all around the world to really learn the essentials of business. And as an attendee in today's session, we love to extend 30% off of the tuition. So it's a very robust program where you're building your network beyond your industry, beyond your country. You're building relationships with other participants from other companies and getting to connect with other guest speakers as well. So that is one piece of our open enrollment program. I don't know if I'm able to pop a little link in the chat, but if you visit our website, you'll be able to also see that we have one-day accelerators where any of you can participate in a one-day simulation. And by reaching out and letting us know that you participated at FIAD, we will offer you a significant discount on the tuition. This way you could take it for a test drive. And depending on the number of participants, we can also waive a few seats for you. So we are very happy that we got to spend the next few minutes with all of you. Thank you so very much, and we hope that you enjoy the rest of the conference. Alan, any last?
Thank you very much, Teresa. Thank you all for being with us today. And back to you, Jimena, or...
Okay, thank you very much, Teresa. Gracias, Alan.